Alrighty, y'all. So I know this is normally not how I shoot videos as far as like the intros of everything, but after this weekend, I kind of edited the video and it just made me kind of second guess what I was saying in a way that didn't really make sense. So I just wanted to redo it and show you guys a little bit more about the gun versus, just the shooting aspect of it. Today we got the Kimber KDS9C. A little story about this bad boy that I think is, needed to know prior to my review on it. I bought this gun actually when I first got into guns. Long story short, I walked into the gun store and I didn't know shit about guns. I bought a HK P30SK because that was what one of the gun sellers or whatever recommended. So I saw this in this. It was a glass case. Didn't know what the fuck it was. Didn't know anything about double stack 1911s, this, and that, hammer fired, striker fired, all that. I just knew that I wanted it. And that's why I bought it, because I knew one day I was going to save up enough and go get it. Didn't really know that, 13, 1400 bucks was kind of a lot for a pistol, especially like a compact size, but it is what it is. One thing, as you watch this video, if y'all finish it, you're going to kind of notice that I didn't really enjoy shooting it. It's not that it's not a fun gun to shoot, it's just almost like a sports car that you just want to drive every so often, and you feel every bump. It's low to the ground, and it's just not the most comfortable to drive. This is kind of what this gun reminds me of. Is it something that you want to train with every day? No. Does it look fucking sick? Yes. The details that Kimber has to offer on these bad boys are insane. The grip texture does go all the way checkered from all four angles, which I think is something that, little details like that is goes a long way. Mag release button is right here. Obviously you can switch it. The beaver tail is what got me. So it looks really nice. It's just not the most comfortable. It eats into your palm right here pretty well. Trigger brake on it to rack it is pretty effortless. It is clear. Here's the trigger brake on it, so it's right there, and it's a very smooth reset. It does come with a fiber optic night sight and just a standard iron on the back. This is not the optics ready version with the Picatinny rail on the bottom. If I could go back, would I buy that version? No, just because this gun is not made for something like that. It's not something you want to go throw on a flashlight or red dot, in my opinion. This gun should stay like this the way it is. Kimber does come with a double stack 2 15-round magazines, so they are pretty. I mean, they're. I'm so I'm torn between this gun because I love it and it's just one of my favorites because it was one of the first guns I ever bought, and you just don't forget that. But after shooting it this weekend, I do think that it's overpriced for what you're getting as far as the comfort, the recoil, and the accuracy. I didn't shoot it quite well, but it is what it is. I don't have enough rounds to honestly say that I'm confident or feel good enough with it. This is something that it'll always mean a lot to me, and I don't regret buying it. But if you're in the market for it, I would highly recommend you can try and find somebody to let you shoot it just to make sure it's something that you want. I would like to get my hands on kind of like some of the mid-tier double stack 1911s, um, Springfield Armory, and I think, well, there's not a whole lot out there, but just want to try a few more and just see what I think, because I think this gun, for the price, it was a little over hyped on it. Not to say it's not an amazing gun, the quality over compromise, that just the details on it are insane. They do have a blacked out version. This is a 4-inch barrel, the compact. So yeah, I mean, if you're in the market for it, just try and shoot one. It may not do justice for me telling you, hey, this is an amazing gun or this, and that. I would rather be honest with you guys. Just because I have it or just because I bought it doesn't mean I'm going to try and push it on anybody. I'd prefer to be the guy that's honest and just tell you what I think. And after this weekend, if you're going to spend 13 or 1400 bucks, if you're new to guns, I would highly recommend not to buy it. If you have quite a bit of collection and you want to add it, absolutely go for it. But if you're pretty new, I don't think this is something that you would want to spend a lot of money on, especially because it's not going to be that comfortable to shoot, in my opinion. But let's talk about what it comes with. So you get 2 magazines for 1,400 bucks. Man, they really cheaped out on the box. I was very disappointed when I saw it. It does come with a kind of double stack little pistol bag, which I thought was pretty cool. But as far as, a nice box, I just was a little disappointed. But yeah, I mean, overall, Kimber, it's their big thing is quality, and I do think that the gun itself is high quality, but just the shooting aspect of it, I just, it's probably been about 7 months or 8 months since I've shot it, and I don't really think that I'm gonna be like looking forward to go shooting it again. And I know there may be a lot of Kimber fans out there, but I've shot their Micro 9 Repeat, a couple of their 1911s, and I'm not a big fan of them. I don't think I would buy another one unless it's just gonna be for a collection. But that's just my opinion on it, guys. And I know it kind of sucks, but as you watch the video, maybe you'll understand a little bit more. But yeah, overall, if it was just based on looks competition, this would be a solid 10 out of 10. But considering that we don't get a gun just to showcase it, I would probably lean towards a 7.5, 8 out of 10, only because of the price point. The price point for what you're getting, it's not worth it in my opinion. Do I absolutely love it? Yes. Would I buy it again? In my younger days, maybe, but now I wouldn't spend this kind of money on it knowing what I know. But hopefully this helps you guys out. Um, Try and just go shoot one and see what you think. And maybe it may just be biased on my opinion, but as you can see, Jake is probably thinking the same thing, and he shot the gun with me. So just stay tuned and watch. Alrighty, guys, so we're at about 10 yards. I'm just going to go from left to right, kind of back and forth, just so you guys can see the accuracy of the gun. If I'm missing a bunch of shots, it's probably because I suck, not the gun. I'm trying to get better at orange sights, so let's see how we do. Alright, gun is clear. One thing I don't remember about this gun, and I'm starting to remember a little bit now, because the gun is such really high quality finishes, it's not the most comfortable to shoot. So as far as like the grip texture, the beaver tail, things of that nature, it's not something that you're gonna want to shoot all day long where you're like, yes, I can't wait to get this out there. I probably am gonna do like 3 or 4 more magazines, and that's it, just because it eats up your palm pretty good, especially holding it with this grip texture. Does it look fucking sick? Yes, it is amazing. But it's, again, not something that you just want to go and train with all day or carry on a daily basis. I would personally never carry this, even though it's like a compact frame. This is something that just goes up in the safe, bring it out, and again, on a day like this where you just test it out, put some rounds through it. But yeah, overall, I think I missed like 2 or 3, so at about 10 yards, it's all right. I think that's the only thing that I don't like about the gun, is just how it feels in the palm of your hand, because it's not that comfortable. But it is what it is. What we'll do next is I'll put some paper targets and just go for bullseye, so you guys can kind of see the accuracy as far as, instead of just the gongs. Alrighty, y'all, so we're gonna get a fresh torso target. Jake's gonna be shooting at about 10 yards. I was shooting like shit earlier, so he was nice enough to come out, get an opinion on it. So he's just gonna put 10 rounds through it. We'll see how he does. You call it when you're ready, Jake. Clear? Holy shit. That was fucking good. All within
I'm good with this one too. Fuck. That's a good shot, dude.
That's still gonna do some fucking damage.
2, 2, or 3. 2, 2, 3.
Yeah, no, that was 4. 1 doubles. Those are both doubles.
Is that 3 rounds or 4
rounds?
rounds?
No, that's 3. 1, 2, 3,
4, 5,
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How you think?
It's all right. Just got to get used to it. The grip's a little bit wide for my hand, but.
So overall, scale 1 through 10. You put what? 4 mags through it so far, or 5?
I did 1 full magazine, 5 shots on the first one, and then 10 rounds.
Yeah.
If I got to shoot it before buying it, I wouldn't buy it.
Yeah, that's the same way I feel. I think it's a little steep on the price. It is a really good quality gun as far as the finish. I think you really like the trigger too, right?
It's a good trigger, just not my. I've just been shooting stock Glock triggers for so long that it's just not normal to me, but my finger gets in there really good and I could stay pretty accurate.
Well, I mean, this is pretty fucking good. I'll be honest, I was shooting low right and high, but I'm gonna put a magazine in too right now, see how I do. But yeah, if y'all remember, Jake was on the first video, so big shout out for him to coming through. All right, clear?
Mm-hmm. Okay, Steven.
All right, so this is exactly where I was shooting earlier, and I just wanted him to come out because I thought that I just wanted to make sure it was me, because it had a couple of malfunctions, right? Failure to feed, and then like the bullet wouldn't extract like twice. But I think it's just because it's getting broken in because I just lubed and cleaned it. But I don't know, maybe there's something. I do know that I did have like a little damage on the, what's that shit called, where it holds the little ring, the coil ring.
Spring?
Yeah, but what holds it in place? What's that called?
The guide rod?
The guide rod, yeah. The first time I cleaned it, it extracted like super springy out, and it had like a little chip. So I just wanted to make sure we put like at least 100 rounds through, which it's been okay, but I'm still gonna probably replace it. But yeah, I definitely need to work on iron sights, but it is what it is. Jake fucking shined on this shit. Big shout out to him coming out. But yeah, overall the gun, if you watch the intro, this gun means a little bit more to me than just the value of it, because it was one of my first ones. But if I could recommend to buy it, I would probably say no, unless you're like absolutely in love with it. It's not the most comfortable to shoot, but again, this was like one of my first guns, so I just love it, and I always will. But I think there are a couple better products out there, especially for the price point. It's pretty snappy as far as the muzzle rise. But yeah, I'm gonna get some more rounds through it later on. But big shout out to Jake for coming through. We're gonna get some other drills in, so appreciate y'all for watching.